Well, if I'm not surprised, that's you on the end there. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Happy
Very good,
Valentine.
actually, very good. And it's nice to look at you. And in the background, the sunshine's pouring in. So you must have arranged the weather for us this morning. Didn't you do well?
Always bringing the sunshine wherever I go. Well, that's
Good.
what I try to do.
Yeah, all right. Well, you doubted yourself there for a minute. It was all going so well, full of confidence, and then it all went out the window, which is bright enough. Anyway, listen, how was your week? Okay.
Yeah, it's been great. It's half term here, so kids at home. So the usual, what a lot of other working mums will understand, that balance of making sure that you're spending time with them and educating them, as well as not having tiny toddlers throwing glasses of water on your computer. So it's that balance that I think, every mum is going through this week.
Yeah. All right. I would argue, though, that given some of the things I've seen, the education part, this sounds like a criticism, and it's not. It's an observation. And I've always taught years and years ago that apparently 3/4 of your education is done at home, and the school basically just tops up on the basics that the parents already give them. And we touched on this platform before. But looking around, I would say that there's a great number of parents who are like, "Oh, it's half term. You've gone off. You go and play. Out you go. I've got things to do." And and sometimes that doesn't work. And Ray's been on already. Said dads as well, not just mums.
Absolutely, dads as well, parents in general. Obviously, from the perspective that I speak from the female perspective, but absolutely, dads have the exact same thing, especially dads at work at home.
Yeah.
So it is one of those balancing acts across the board for parents.
Yeah. All right. So listen, it's Valentine's Day, and there'll be a lot of people going, "Oh, Valentine's Day," but there'll be others who go, "Oh, yes, I'm going to be treated to this. Maybe my husband or wife can take me out for a meal, or what? Oh no, I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm trying to be fitter, and all the rest of it." So, is it one of those things whereby, for a special occasion, it's okay to go right, throw caution to the wind, and go and enjoy yourself, and not punish yourself too much? Would that be fair?
Absolutely. So if we're talking about Valentine's is about connection. So Valentine's, regardless of whether you buy into it or not, I know that a lot of people find Valentine's quite materialistic. A lot of people find it a really great day. A lot of people say, well, why do you need one day to celebrate love? You should celebrate each other all the time. There are a huge amalgamation of views on what Valentine's is. But ultimately, the whole point of the day boils down to connection and love. And we have various different human needs. There are 6 human needs, and one of them is connection.
Right.
So if the day is about connection, then yes, we want to enjoy a meal. Maybe you want to enjoy a bottle of wine. You want to enjoy going out, whatever it is. But think about what the point of the day means to you, because most people go, oh, it's a holiday. It's a special day. Therefore, let's just blow out and eat a huge amount.
Mm-hmm.
But is that really the point of the day? The point to me is to spend time with my partner. The point to me is to spend quality time, no phones, no interruptions, no emails, but actually just spending that time connecting, learning and understanding about each other on a deeper level. I don't require copious amounts of food or alcohol to do that. Right. Now, it's not to say that you can't go out and enjoy a meal. Absolutely, I do the same. But if you're going to do that, you need to make a conscious choice not to create a guilt cycle around it. Because if you create a guilt cycle, what happens is tomorrow morning you wake up and say, oh, why did I eat that?
Yeah.
Why did I do that? Now I'm angry. Now I blame myself. Now I've ruined the whole week, and I'll binge Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll start again on Monday. So you have to, first of all, decide what Valentine's means for you. And if it's about connection, do you need a lot of food and alcohol to do that? I think if I have alcohol, I'm less connected to my partner because I'm away with the fairies dancing to goodness knows what. So for me, connection is the deepest level. You don't need anything out of the ordinary to do that other than time, your undivided attention. But if you do eat and drink, accept it, choose it, don't get into a blame cycle for the rest of the week.
So that the situation where people find themselves in, where they go and they have blamed themselves and they're sort of having a dig at themselves, that's like counterproductive. You've gone out to have fun and enjoy yourself. Next day you're kicking yourself in the backside. That can be a cycle that keeps going round and round. Would it be best then, in some circumstances, for those who are tempted to have a real blow, is to step back from that? Are you suggesting that maybe people should think more before they actually go and do something, and particularly if they've always done it, should they then stop and go, oh, I've always done it, maybe I'll look at it from a different way?
So I think it's about being conscious of what you're doing. So most people unconsciously will just go, oh, it's Valentine's, let's book a meal. But that's pretty much the go-to habit that everyone does. Oh, it's Christmas, let's buy in an entire supermarket's worth of food. There are certain days that have automatic reactions in our culture, but it's about consciously saying, well, if I want to enjoy time with my partner, is there a more empowering way of doing that? So for me, it's things like booking rock climbing. So we'll go and do rock climbing, like indoor rock climbing together, or we'll go and do go-karting, or we'll go and watch a movie, or we'll do an activity, because that activity brings us closer together. So you can still enjoy time out, you can still enjoy activities with your partner. They don't have to revolve around food and drink. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if it does. Either way is fine. There's no right or wrong choice. But if you are going to eat and drink, it's about being conscious again of what you're doing, being conscious of being present in the moment so that you really thoroughly enjoy it. And so the next day you don't feel like you've missed out because you spent the whole evening going, should I? Little one on my shoulder saying I shouldn't. Now I feel annoyed that I didn't. Be present, enjoy it, and then the next day move on and make a different choice. But there's always lots of different ways to spend with partners, family, kids, friends. It's just that a restaurant or a meal tends to be the easiest go-to option in this country because of the culture that we have.
Yeah.
I'm happy, go down the pub. I'm sad, go down the pub. I'm excited, I got a promotion, let's go down the pub. So we have this kind of culture of eating and drinking to celebrate or commiserate. So it's emotionally driven. But actually, you can find connection and partnership on Valentine's Day in so many different places. Just go for a walk together through a park. Go and create your own picnic and go and have it down by a canal or by the sea or wherever you live. So think outside the box a little bit.
Okay. All right. So is that something that you have learned over time, or you looked at different people? Because to me, it seems like you in order to do what you do, you must study people and their habits and how they react to certain stimuli in ways. And is it that gives you the information that you like to then put back to other people? Because you've said many times on here, everyone is different. They all have a different vibe about them and they have a different perspective. So do you tailor your thoughts and your advice to the individual based on a general conception of how things are?
So if you're talking about people that I actually work with, clients, then it would be tailored to them specifically. So, if someone absolutely hates heights, I'm probably not going to go and suggest to them that they go rock climbing.
No.
So I would look at each individual individually, but it's not about me saying I suggest you do X, Y, and Z. It's about me helping my clients uncover what it is that would really truly ignite that passion in them. Valentine's is about love and passion. At Christmas, it was about what can you find that creates that warmth and that safety and that security and that joy of Christmas that doesn't involve all of this food and all of this food. Yes, they still enjoyed Yule log and Baileys and everything, but it was helping each one individually find what was already inside them that fulfills those human needs of love, certainty, connection, creativity, without it always revolving around sort of food and drink. So I study people, yes, but also in order to study people, I had to study myself. I had to learn my own behaviors and learn my own choices. I used to work in restaurants. That was my career for a very long time. So I was part of the culture that said, if you're celebrating, commiserating, or other, you eat, you drink. My entire past career was about using and providing food as part of an experience for people, which had emotional ties. And people will eat and drink more when that eating and drinking is emotionally driven. So I'd always suggest that if you are feeling emotional, the last place you want to go is somewhere where there's food. Go somewhere else that emotion can be driven into a far more empowering and productive activity that serves you rather than hinders you.
Yeah. I got another way. And singletons, it's been suggested, should also love themselves. Table for one, please. So and part of that, even as if you're a couple or something, in order to have that connection, you've got to feel something about yourself. You've got to celebrate yourself in some way in order for that other person to convey. Well, it's fascinating. Listen, it's wonderful. Can you let people know how they can get in touch with you for this more sort of level-headed advice? And I don't know how you keep so calm and level-headed about things that are, some people will find so emotive and so pulling strings in different directions. But is that come from experience that you've managed to learn how to convey that?
So I used to be a highly emotionally driven person where anything would spark me and I would sort of be in... I would be in a reactionary mode for quite a lot of time. And yes, it takes practice, it takes learning, but it also takes a shift in mindset to realize that the only thing I am in control of is my perception. The experience is going on around me, whether that's someone loving me, whether it's someone passing away, whether it's my kid getting an A at school, whether it's football matches creating turmoil. I don't know, I kind of caught the news. Whatever's going on, those experiences mean nothing. The only thing that means anything is my perception of them. So I could sit here and perceive them to be sad and negative and something that's going to cause me anger or pain, or I could perceive them to be opportunities, moments of learning, moments of joy or peace or passion or love. So the experience itself is usually what drives people. And they say, well, this experience in our world means X, therefore now I'm angry, or therefore now I'm stressed. But if you take the experience away and decide how you want to perceive it, and therefore how you want to take control of your own reaction in that moment, it's much easier to just say, okay, I choose to feel like this. I choose to feel a certain way. Now, I'm not saying it's that easy. It takes practice, and it also takes a lot of sort of neural associative conditioning and how you kind of have to rewire the pathways in your reactionary systems.
Easy for you to say, that is.
But once you've done it, life is just easier because you don't need to feel any of these negative stresses. They don't need to be a part of your life, but you can choose to be without them.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So how do people get in touch with you if they want more information, please, if you'd be so kind?
Of course. So you can either head to my website, which is thehealthandfitnesscoach.co.uk. You can email me, which is rita@thehealthandfitnesscoach.co.uk, or you can find me on Instagram, The Health and Fitness Coach, or Rita Trotter on Facebook. So I'm sure you'll manage to find me somewhere.
Indeed. Rita, it's been a pleasure. You have a great week, and we'll speak to you soon. And enjoy the kiddies off from school, won't you, and all the rest. Take care. Ta-da. Bye.